Hey, 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 guys. It is me. What you guys got going on? Y'all know what it is. It's Talk to Tameka Tuesday. So I'm going to jump right in because I've got lots to do, lots to catching up to do. I am um, been running. I mean, like really running. I tell people all the time, I don't know how they don't have anything to do, but I stay busy. So I'm just going to jump right in. This is the time, guys, right now that you should be checking your shifts in business. So we are in the month of June. And as I was telling someone yesterday, they asked me what I was working on. And I said, oh, I've got some stuff I'm working on for 2022. They're like, already? Well, yeah. Um, you don't start working on stuff for 2022 in 2022. That's why I'm like, how do people really get ahead of themselves and ahead of their business? I'm finalizing stuff. I actually feel like I'm late for 2022. So this is the time to do the checking of your business. So, for example, what I'm doing um, right now and over the next 3 weeks is I have to look at all of my vendors. I have to look at all of my partnerships. I have to look at all of my agreements to see if those folks are going to make, or any of those relationships are aligned with any of the shifts in my business. And so if they're not, this is the time to start, you know, having those conversations. The worst thing that you can do as a business owner is, and this has happened to me a couple of times where people who have decided that they're no longer going to be a business partner or whatever it is, they tell you the day before, um, oh, I'm no longer going to be able to provide this service to you or whatever it is. Like, do you guys realize how unprofessional that is? To tell a business partner or vendor, somebody else, or a client that, as of today, I'm not going to be able to work with you or your company or whatever it is. Like, that doesn't give them enough time to find a replacement, to be strategic about who they have to get in order. And so when I see people who do that, just know, and I know there's some folks who are watching, just know that that's not a business relationship that I would circle back to. And so for that, and for those reasons, guys, you have to look at your business and evaluate who your business partners need to be, who, if they need to change. If the people you no longer want to do business with are going to do something different in their business, this is the time to have those conversations, not waiting until December 15th to then decide, okay, now I'm going to start working on a business plan for 2022. What? Like, get at it now. Like, you have time. Make time. Even if it's 20 minutes a day, to add to that particular, your strategy, because then you don't get caught off guard. And being caught off guard costs you money. It can cost you thousands. An example of that is just this past couple of weeks. Um, I will tell you that because of my experiences this last couple of weeks, I'm having to make some changes within how I, manage my business for 2022. And I don't know, guys, if it's people being COVID crazy, is what I'm calling it, because they've been stuck in a house, or any of those kind of things. But I've been doing some traveling and talking to other business owners, big business owners, small business owners, and and I'll give you an example. I was talking to a hotel owner, and they were looking at doing some programs for their employees. And so I said, okay, well, let's see what kind of housing programs we can put in place so that their employees can live closer to where these hotels are. So anyway, the I asked them for their management information. So the people who were in management, he says, well, all those people either have left or done something else. And I said, what do you mean they left? He said that the people who are, and this is the hotel industry, He says my food and beverage people and the people in our hotel industry are deciding that they don't want to work right now or they're not going to work. And I know we're hearing little rumblings of people not wanting to go to work. And I said, well, why are your management people not wanting to work? He says, because the level of disrespect that they are experiencing right now from the public, they can't take it. And so that saddens me on a lot of different ways because of course, yes, we, you know, trains and buses and planes run late and all those kind of things, but how you as a consumer interacts with that person who is doing a job will affect, the service that you get and all those kind of things. And so that got me back into talking with my HR folks, and hearing them talk about just having to hire people through a pandemic, like the things that we're not taking into account as business owners when we're doing interviews with people. People are under a lot more stress. People have more people who are living in the house with them. People who are in abusive relationships are now stuck in the house with that abusive person. So now you have hired this person, and this is what they're dealing with when they click off from being on call with you or doing the work or whatever it is. So all of these things are happening, guys. And as you are working through your own businesses, keep those things in mind because, and that's part of what you have to plan for the rest of the year and for 2022. And so today, so that was one thing. And then my last things is I had reached out to two different companies and said, hey, I have opportunity for you. And here's what it is. And both groups of different things I needed, both told me that, oh, yeah, I'll send you a proposal. This is now going on 60 days, and I have not received proposals for the services that I was asking for. Now, here's what I want people to understand. When you're in the small business world, you have two types of clients. You have clients that are the individuals that you may sell to, right? So, and you have more than two. Some people only have one type or class, depending on how you're doing it. But some people they work directly with the consumer. So the family that I'll use a travel agency, for example, because that's one I was looking for. And let's say it's the travel company and they're used to booking trips for families, right? So that's one kind of client. The other kind of client is a corporate client. That would be me. So, what a corporate client is looking for and what a household or a family is looking for is typically two different things. So, if your business is only set up to handle a family business or a family as a client or an individual or girls group or whatever, I'm using that as an example, then understand that that's when you tell the corporate client, I don't really specialize in working with corporate clients. It's a whole different level. And guys, working with corporate clients is a very lucrative level of business because they're tending to not just do one trip now. They may say, instead of your family who says, oh, okay, I'm going to do 2 trips this year, your corporate client may say, I have 12 trips this year that I need you to handle for the entire organization. So what I was doing over the last couple of weeks, and that's why, guys, if you see me post anything and I say, this has to be your primary business, there's a reason for that because most people can't handle a corporate client coming in and saying, I've got, you know, 50 bookings I need you to do in the next day. Most people can't, and then I need you to do that 12 more times before the end of the month. If you're not set up to do that because you're in a mindset or you've only been trained to deal with one or two bookings a year or something like that, or a month or whatever it is, then let the person know. And especially me, because I'm going to tell you, normally when I'm calling for an RFP or something like that, I won't, I'll say, this has to be your primary thing. So because of that, some of the things that I have to change with how I select vendors is that you won't be able to work with my clients or any of the people I work with if what you are planning on providing, for example, is your side hustle or something you enjoy doing, but it's not how you make your money. Because I can't chance that that person, that vendor, is only going to do it when they feel like doing it and not that that's how they put food on the table. So, all of these folks who are out saying, oh, I have multiple streams of income, great. If you see me ask for something, I'm normally not talking to you if I'm looking for a vendor, just because those opportunities that are there come and go. I also had another example. I was looking for someone to decorate a few things, and I wanted to see how their work was done. I never received a proposal from any of the decorators that I sent requests out to and said, hey, send me your proposals. Not one sent one over. And so, what that person, and you guys know I like to go back and say, well, how much money did you leave on the table? Let's play that game. How much money did you leave on the table? And people don't always they look at maybe a missed opportunity like, oh, another door will open. Yeah, another door will open, but it won't be the same doors, folks. Don't get it twisted. Not every door is created equal. So some opportunities will lead to other opportunities, and some opportunities stop right after that one. So you have to be strategic in which opportunities you're going to take, which ones you're going to take on. So the one that I was doing is I was looking to do, I needed somebody had asked me to find someone who could do all of the properties down in Panama City Beach. The person has 14 units that they needed totally redecorated. That person, which is an investor client of mine, they also talked to their friends and they said, well, let's get the upgrade because now all of our insurance money has come in. We can afford to do our 11 as well. So, since Tameka is looking for somebody and she's going to have them come and do her event, because I do the event every year in Panama City Beach, let's be able to see what they can do, showcase a few things, and we'll give them, at least half of that business, to see what they can do. Because we like our folks that we have here, but Tameka said, let's give some other people some opportunities. So here we go. So I go back to the partners now and say, you know what? I can't. I don't have anybody to put in front of you right now because I never got those proposals that I was supposed to get from the 6 people who said that they were interested. So again, I'm trying to open up doors for people, and people keep stepping up to the door and then going the other way. So how much money did that person lose? I don't know, because I'm not able to put a number on them being able to do about, that would have been a total of 15, 16 properties, including, and all of the properties are either penthouses or, so I'm talking several bedrooms. So, of course, the price points of those and decorating those and all those things kind of come based on, whichever way they're doing it. So, I don't know how much money, but I am pretty much sure that this would have been at least a 6-figure relationship that I would have been able to create. So that didn't happen. And so I don't have any hard feelings over it. What I do know is that now that helps me, those kinds of experiences help me change how I have to do business for my companies for 2022. So no longer will I be looking to level people up at that level, people are going to have to come in with certain things. So it won't be like, okay, well, I'll give you an opportunity here and do this. No, you're going to have to come in now with certain things because now my reputation is on the line even more and things start to shift in this space. So, are you ready and are you preparing for your own company shift? I don't know. Some folks have got to pay attention. So a lot of people aren't ready because not only do they not have a way to grow or scale their business, some people haven't even identified what their business is. They are in niches that somebody else told them was a good idea, yet they have not quite figured out how to marry the niches and how to marry the things they love to do with what they should be doing. And so when I pose the question, and I always ask you guys, what is it that you can talk about all day? What is it that you can niche to? What is it that you can, think? What gets you excited? Those things that are getting you excited that you can talk about all day, those are the areas of business that you want to be striving to get to, because that's then where passion comes. When you have passion and you love what you do and it gets you up and you don't need an alarm clock to go do it because you're fulfilled, that's the business space you need to be in. Not all this other forced stuff because you're forced to do it because it's going to make you money. That's not how getting into the right niche and the right business feels. When you're in the right business and you're in the right space, it feels it feels good. It feels like love. It feels like I can be creative. I can figure all this out. I can, your swag is different because you're, if not the best, working to be the best in that space. And it gives you life. And so the things that give you life and that you love to do, those are the things you should be doing. If it doesn't, why are you here? Are you on earth to suffer? I don't understand. It should be the things that give you joy. If you don't light up when I talk about, the company that you're in or what you're doing, I know right then I don't want to do business with them. They're not even passionate about the business that they're doing. I get people all the time. Oh, let me tell especially the folks call me on the phone. If they don't know I'm in real estate. Oh, let me tell you about this thing. I'm like, well, tell me. Tell me. They're not even more passionate about real estate than I am on the real estate they're trying to sell me. So I can't do business with them. No, it won't work for me. I need you to love what you're doing. The universe needs you to love what you're doing. Your customers can tell the difference. If you're a fly by night insurance person or a real estate agent because you got in because you thought it was going to get you some quick money. No, I don't want those people. I want to deal with the people who love what they do. I want to work with and have six-figure and seven-figure relationships with the people who know what they're doing, who this is what they do all day, that there's no stopping them, that they're working on their business wherever they're going, doing whatever it is. And so to get to that space means that your business that you love so much grows, it flourishes. When your business is growing and it's flourishing, then it's making enough money and making enough capital for you to take that business because it is building wealth. It should be building wealth for you and start making that business, make sure it's profitable so that it can then feed your investments. That's how we're building wealth through business, guys. The business is making money, but the business can't make all the money it could make and really be profitable if the owner or the business owner, whomever it is not 110% giving to that business. If they're not loving that on that business day in, day out, it takes time to build a new business. And if I don't see that if somebody's passionate about it, I'm probably not going to do business with them. And so if I'm not going to do business with them, then there's hundreds of people that won't. And so that's where people get capped at. And it's like, oh, yeah, what did you make last year? Yeah, I made 500, dollars, or I made 50,000 or 100,000 or whatever it is and whatever it is. So how can that business be making 50,000 a year? And then the same business owner over here doing a similar model be making $1 million a year. So ask yourself, folks, and I have there are witnesses here in these groups. If I'm coaching with you, and I can see that your business, after we work together, has made $1 million in 1 year. And then I see another person who does a similar thing to you has only made 50,000 in a year. Who do you think I'm I'm going to want to work with? I'm going to want to work with that $1 million person again and again and again because I've identified that their passion is there. This person over here may be giving just a little bit or some, but that's not really their focus because they have all this other stuff going on or they're doing something else. These business owners over here are really doing it. So they attract that higher paying client. They attract the clients that are going to come back and do more business with them, not less business. You don't want to you don't want to have one client and then they're not doing repeat business with you. It costs too much. The cost of getting new clients costs you too much. When if you're over here mastering your craft, that particular client and those clients over there become repeat clients. You save so much money, save so much energy with your repeat clients than having to create all new clients every time. Every time you have to go and find a new client, every time you are creating so much more work for yourself. So hopefully those things are making sense that you guys are positioned to get ready for your shift in your business or that your business, because your business is always shifting. And that's why when people are like, did you feel the shift? Did you have to read the book? Because it's going to shift. Your business shifts every day. It's you who's shifting it. So don't wait for somebody else or it to be the end thing of, the shift and all that kind of stuff. Your business is moving every day. You're sitting here, and what's happening though is that the question I always ask people, are you chasing business or chasing the trends, or are you a trendsetter and getting in front of it and mastering your craft, and then it doesn't matter what else is happening out there because you've taken the time to know what's going to happen and project and do some projections on your business to be in position to kind of maneuver any of those waters that are out there. So hopefully you guys have taken in some of what I said. I know I'm talking about a lot of things that some of you may have to go back and listen to again, because a lot of you are in reactionary states and stages. You wait for a market to do this and then you react. You wait for the market to do that and then you go over here. You haven't sat down and worked on your own company and where it's going so that the market reacts to it instead of you always reacting to the market. So guys, make sure you check out all those opportunities that come your way because the door doesn't always open again. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Talk to Tameka Tuesdays. Bye-bye.